Welcome back to Extra Holiday Games. I'm Extra Holiday and I like this level. It's kicking my ass, but I do like it. Yeah, so I like this level so much I'm probably not going to talk about it much this episode. It's funny. Okay, so yeah, honestly, well, I guess I could talk about the level. There's not, I don't remember how much I've already said about it. I think it's a neat concept, using the spring to bounce shells so that you can break stuff. That's neat. I'm apparently not very good at it, but it's a neat concept. I think it's, so far, I think it's well executed. I think, honestly, I don't really have any actual complaints about this level. Like, nothing here really feels unfair or anything. So far so good, I guess. We can talk about the music. I mentioned earlier that Ross doesn't seem to use the default music a lot of times, but he seems to have done so in this level, which is pretty cool. Yeah, I knew that was too far. I don't know, man. I don't know. What else is there to say? It's just like a particularly fair challenge, I think. That's what this level is. There's not a whole lot of trolliness to it, which is cool. That's what my commentary is just going to be now. It's just going to be me making non-committal noises. No. Man. I will say, I don't know. Does it make me a boring person if I run out of stuff to talk about? Because I do seem to be having that issue as of late. Honestly, I feel like it's a lot. It's just because there are so many things I don't want to talk about on the show. What? Okay. I almost got him. I should try and break these, I think. Yeah. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Hey, what's up, guys? Nope. Okay, lost my shroom, so I can't break it anymore. Why did I jump into that? See, it's a lot easier to talk about the level when there's something new going on. And I actually seem to be getting better at getting to that point in the level. So yeah. Oh, actually, you know what? Let's tie like all these conversations I've had in this batch together. Talking about, actually, I mean, it's mostly just from last episode, but talking about feedback and trying to improve and trying to learn new skills, I guess. Here's one thing that I am trying to improve about my videos and my streams. I don't like how many filler words I use. And it's not just because I watched a video from a public speaker about what makes for an effective public speaker. It's just I get kind of annoyed listening to myself. Because again, I do watch these episodes and I listen. Actually, I do more listening than I do watching. But I have to listen to myself talk all the time, and it just kind of bugs me that I'm constantly kind of, you know, right, or you know, all that stuff that doesn't really have that much meaning to it, right? All those words, I fucking did it again. All those words that are just taking up space, basically. Like how I just used basically there. I do it all the time, is what I'm trying to say. And you know what? What would help me, I'm probably not gonna get it, but what would help me is if I had some sort of, if I had like, either, this is actually a thought I had earlier, either I give myself some sort of reinforcement, either positive or negative, when it comes to using these words. Like, that's not a filler word there. I was actually using it to transition into something in a way that makes sense for the word. There was a video that Michael Reeves did, and I think, if I remember the video correctly, he made a thing that would tase him whenever he cussed, because he wanted to cuss less, I guess. And it made for a pretty funny video. But I had the thought, like, if I had something like that, where each time I used a filler word, there was some sort of negative reinforcement, like a shock or some sort of pain, I guess, then I would be less likely to use those words. Or if, alternatively, I could reward myself for not doing that, which would be harder to do, I think, actually. But I feel like that might work. Alternatively, something that would also help is if I had other people being like, oh, look at all these filler words. Like, for example, one thing that feels like a very YouTube comment thing to do, that I've seen similar things on other people's channels in their comment sections, is if someone were to just count each time I use like or or I don't know why I'm blanking on the other ones I use. Basically, right. Anytime I use a filler word, they count it up, and if they just post it in the comments, like, there's another one. Extra Holiday used X filler words this episode. That'd be kind of neat. I could be like, I'm super self-conscious about it now because I'm talking about it. But what I'm trying to say, also, that's another one I like to use but as a transition, even when I don't necessarily have another thing to talk about that would make sense with that particular conjugation. Point I'm trying to get to is, if I had some sort of feedback about how many times, I guess I could do it myself. But there it is again. I could do it myself, where I keep a tally each video of how many times I use filler words. And that could be one way to do it. That way I know if I'm trying to make an effort to reduce my filler words, I would know whether I'm succeeding or not, because that's a feedback thing. Having feedback would help. But currently I don't have it. It's something I can do myself, but maybe I should do that. Maybe I should just do that. Maybe I'll post in my own comments how many times I use a filler word. Probably not, because that would mean having to go to the page on the video after it's already been uploaded, and I don't actually watch the videos after they're uploaded because I had to watch them editing. So, I mean, I guess theoretically I should, because maybe YouTube will mess something up. It's unlikely. They have like something like 40 million hours of video uploaded a day or something, so they can't. It's not likely that any individual video is going to get messed up. Otherwise, they probably wouldn't have as many people posting videos. Anyway, what I'm trying to get to is maybe I'll keep a tally. Maybe I'll keep a tally of all the filler words I'm using. I would need to define exactly what words I'm talking about. And of course, one thing that Michael ran into a problem with there are sometimes, like I did earlier, where you use a word that it is also a filler word, but you're using it in a way that's not filler. Like if I were to say, because in that sense, in that instance, I am using the word like in the way that it was intended to be used. Or if I'm doing something where I'm detailing the way something, or, you know, I'm talking about the way something was intended to be used, I will likely use that word. Also words that, when you're dealing, at least when you're dealing with an automated system, words that have the filler word in them, like likely, or I don't know, what's another good one? I can't really think of another one right now. I'm buttress, I guess, because I was about to say butt. And there's again. But an automated system wouldn't be typically the problem with an automated system is that it can't tell the difference between those, the words that just have those words in them or the context in which they're being used. I remember watching a video, I think it might have been Vsauce, might have been Tom Scott, one of the two. But it was a video about how, I think it was Tom Scott actually. It was a video about how there's at least one specific sentence that computers just can't decipher, yet people can. And it's all about the context of the sentence, I guess. Computers just, there are some ways in which computers just aren't as good as people at interpreting language. And I guess that should be kind of obvious given, you know, the state of technology at this point in time. I'm dead. But it is interesting, you know, to this idea that we could theoretically build something that would help me with this. I mean, not actually building it myself, but, or at least not in the same vein that Michael built his thing, because I'm not really much of an engineer, as it turns out. Yeah, it's an idea. It's an idea. Maybe I'll go through with the tally thing, because at least then I will have... Actually, that could make watching my videos when I'm editing more interesting. Or it will give me an excuse to watch my videos after they've been uploaded, because that's productive in more ways than just counting how many filler words I used. I don't know. We'll see, I guess. I guess if in the comments of this video you see that I've posted how many times I use filler words, then I guess I started doing it. It's a neat idea. Neat idea. And you know, one of the big themes about this channel, and apparently my Twitch streams too, because I devoted an entire day to it, an entire stream, I guess, to it each week. One of the themes I was thinking of, or that I frequently think of when I think of my channel. Wow, my voice is kind of cracking here. Probably because I haven't been doing a lot of talking lately. But one of the themes I've kind of kept in the back of my mind for this channel has been self-improvement, right? Because as I've said before, I came from a spot where growing up, I came from a spot where there was this idea that I was gonna be fine. And so that didn't really make it feel like I had to improve at anything. Basically, any sort of any sort of improvement I did was a nice little cherry on top. In pretty much any regard of my life, because you're pretty much already set. You just need to, get there in your life, get to adulthood, and you'll be a-okay. That's not how it happened. So yeah, it's just in becoming an adult and actually failing at things. It's just become that much more important to me to improve at things, because I actually kind of have to now. So yeah, that's a theme to this channel even, that I've kind of. And okay, you know what? I'm gonna spill a little tea here. That promo video, like, if you've seen the promo video on this channel, it's probably not what you would expect from a Let's Play channel, right? It's not me talking over a video game or anything. It is a video game, but it's not me talking over one. It is me playing the game. But the point of that video isn't the same point as the idea behind that video isn't the same as this one, right? That video, that promo video, is essentially expressing that theme of self-improvement, right? Because it's a video where I'm just doing the same fight over and over and over again and getting my ass kicked over and over and over again. But I keep doing it, and eventually I get good enough to beat it, right? And that's self-improvement. So yeah, there's your explanation for that video, because I have had people in the past talk to me about that video, and they're like, your promo's kind of weird. It's not like the rest of your stuff on your channel at all. But in reality, it kind of is. It shares the theme that I keep again in the back of my mind as I am making these videos. And I think that's neat. I think that's a neat thing. I don't know if a whole lot of other YouTube channels, particularly ones that people just start for fun, have that sort of theming. Although I did watch... so there's a streamer whose highlights I've been watching more of lately. It goes by Nags. And I remember one of the videos I watched recently, I think it was about Hachima. But he watched a video about Hachima, the VTuber, or Akai Hato, I believe is the other name she goes by. I guess technically they're two different characters, but point is, he watched a video about them, and he was just kind of like fangirling over how much, how genius her marketing was, because she has like this whole story going on with her channel, and like there's a theme to it and everything, and like there's audience engagement. And ultimately, I came out of that video with some actually potentially useful advice from him, mainly in just him pointing out everything that she's doing right. But it was just kind of funny to watch him be like, oh, this is so smart, and you could tell he was really excited about it, which is good to see. It's fun to see. It's fun to see people excited about things. And hopefully, I'll be excited about things next time. Because as for this episode, that's a wrap.